Okay. This is the thing, like, yes, you should be checking like every component. Um like CPU cooling, like absolutely we should have double checked that first just to see if that did make a difference. Um but the other thing too, right? So like I'm a huge fan of the guy J Money on YouTube. Great fucking dude. Um but like he was having PC problems with MW2, which everybody was having PC problems with MW2. That wasn't, you know, like that's just how it is, unfortunately. That MW2 just had a lot of fucking issues. Okay. Okay, you need to go away. Um, but like the motherboard is probably the last thing that I'll really check, unless like we know for sure. Like, no, yes, definitely motherboard. Like again, overheating and stuff like that could definitely be motherboard. Could also be, 15 other things before you get to motherboard. With your PC crashing on like one game in particular, like again, oh man, I should have ordered this. Actually, I think we have. Oh, what a coincidence. I just happened to buy an 8 gig stick. I just happened to buy an extra one. But yeah, like he said that he replaced his motherboard, his power supply, his hard drive, everything like that. Like, bro, there's an order of operations. Like, why is my computer crashing? Okay, is it my drivers? And I'm sure he went through all of this. Wait, nope, no. Just needed something else too. I don't remember what. Oh, PC has been loud? It didn't seem that loud. Wanted it painted red. Do what the customer wants. I mean, the only thing that I can think of, because it's loud, is like the fan controller. But like the first thing that he said that he did was replace his motherboard. Like, bruh, Like, that should be last thing. Like, you noticed I removed all the components and I was checking to see if any of them said faulty. And when none of them did, I was like, okay, then it has to be the motherboard. Like, there's an order of operations to fucking everything. Like, and you want to make sure that you don't replace a part that could be totally fine when in actuality it was this part, especially something that's like a, you know, like something that is that expensive, like with a motherboard and stuff. There. Technically, that would make it quieter. Shut up, bitch. I know I did a great job. Yeah. But yeah, like, you want to make sure, like, before you do anything, you know, yeah, you do an order of operations that maybe it's the least expensive part that we can replace. Because I remember, what was it? We had a customer at Mokina that that they brought in their PC, their custom built PC, and he was like, "Oh well, I tried fixing it myself," and I was like, "Okay," and he's like, "And that didn't work, so you know, we you know, like I bought this part and I bought this part and I bought this part," and I was like, "Why would you do that? Why wouldn't you bring it to us first to see if we can help you narrow it down? And then, yeah, if you want to replace whatever part, go for it. I'm not going to stop you. But, like, go with some kind of expertise first before you start just ripping parts out of your computer. Like, you know, the computer that I sold, right? Super easy PC to work on. Yes, it was a mini build, so it makes it a little bit more annoying. Absolutely, I have no problem admitting that. But he's like, oh, well, like, as I'm driving home, he's like, oh, well, it's not doing this now. And I went, okay. Did you try, you know, this? And he's like, well, no, I just texted you immediately. I was like, okay, well, you asked for a computer, and I just happened to have one, and you didn't do any kind of research, right? To make sure that, like, you knew what you were doing before you got the computer. Like, I sent you the specs, and I tested it literally the night before to make sure that everything worked. I wiped the hard drive, everything was fine. And you didn't think, oh, well, this is the computer that I'm getting. He sent me the specs. Here's what I need to know about it. That thought never crossed the guy's mind. Same thing with the customer that we had in Mokina. That thought never crossed their mind to check on stuff first before just buying parts and, you know, running to the internet to see what's going on. Like, there's an order of operations to fucking everything when you're building a computer. I don't ever follow that order of operations because I've built literally thousands of computers. So for the most part, kind of know what I'm doing. So when people are like, oh, well, I don't know what to do about this. Okay, well, did you try fixing it on your own before you immediately contacted me? No? Alright, fuck off. Like, again, there's a difference, though, between people that want to get into PC gaming, that think they know what they're doing, and people that are computer illiterate. Those are the people that call me anytime, doesn't matter. Like, even though it does annoy me a little bit that my aunt like contacts me every time that, oh, is this a scam? And I'm like, yes, that's a scam. Please stop answering them. You know, it's one of those things that like I've just kind of learned to deal with, because a lot of people don't know any better. I remember this woman that came into the store. It was on a Sunday. I was there by myself, and she comes in just absolutely panicked. Like, her computer was like in the other room, like it had done something wrong, but that was because some guy tried to scam her. And the people that try to scam you use the exact same stuff that we do when we're trying to figure out what's going on with this computer. So like, say I can't come to your house, right? Or I can't meet you somewhere to pick up your computer, or you can't bring it by the store or whatever. You can remote access in. And that's literally the exact same thing that we do, or that scammers do, to try and get a hold of whatever they can. So she came in, she's completely fucking panicked. And I'm like, hey, don't worry about it. Because again, she's very computer illiterate. She doesn't know what the fuck she's doing. And I get it. It's fucking scary. Because you have these people whose job it is to take whatever money they can get out of you. That's their whole thing. My mom has fallen for it. My aunt has fallen for it. And I don't hold it against them of like, how could you be so stupid? I would never say that to somebody, because they don't know. They think somebody's calling them because there is an actual problem. And again, my family has gotten way better at it and stuff like that. Like Mindy, like again, the Christmas present that my sister got me was the Christmas present that I was, or was something that I was going to get for myself that I wasn't able to afford all of a sudden because I'm fucking broke all the time because I've made terrible fucking life decisions. But she texted me about it before she bought it, because she was like, hey, is this real? And I was like, yeah, that's real. Like, I was thinking, like I was gonna go, but I don't have money to go anymore. I think it'd be a cool thing to take Tyler to, my nephew. And she was like, oh, okay, that is pretty neat. And I was like, yeah, I was gonna go, but I don't have money to go anymore. But again, that's one of those things of like, she checked with me first because she's not sure, because it's one of those like Facebook pop-ups where it's like, hey, here's this thing going on down in Tinley Park, and it looks like a scam ad. And the reason that she texted me about it was because my aunt fell for the exact same thing, because it popped up on her Facebook saying, hey, are you running out of space on your iPad? And she kept clicking on it because she thought she was running out of space. And it said, oh, well, you got to buy space and this, and you got, and like, I think she's got a 120 gig iPad, which she's come nowhere close to filling up. And then she has, the fucking iCloud storage that like I talked to my uncle about, and I was like, hey, sign her up for this. It will back her stuff up every time that she plugs it in for more than 2 hours. And he was like, oh, thank God, then we don't have to worry about, whatever. And, but again, she kept clicking on this, but and then Facebook, in its infinite fucking wisdom, takes those ads that you click on, and it's like, oh, you want to see more ads like this, which is a fucking retarded way to try to get people to look at ads on Facebook. Because it takes people that don't know any better, and again, the people that use Facebook are people like me that are always scared of new social media. That's why I fucking hate Twitter. People that want to stay in touch with family and friends, and super fucking old people that can't go anywhere, that they look at Facebook and that's how they interact with their family outside of holidays and birthdays and special events. And you have this ad pop up that says, oh, you're running out of space on your iPad, which that's what they're looking at Facebook on. And then they freak out. They call their nephew, who is the tech guy of the family, and I have to run down there, which is a 35-minute drive, to make sure that everything's okay. And I'm looking at him and I'm going, oh, it's a fucking ad. And again, they're embarrassed and stuff like that. And it's not just for that situation, but it's people that try to scam people over the computer. It's people that try to hack into your shit. It's embarrassing. Absolutely, it's fucking embarrassing. But that is my job, is to make sure that you don't get embarrassed. I'm more than okay that if you come to me and you're like, I think somebody stole like a couple $1,000s from me, what do? A, immediately go to the fucking police. B, remove all your, like, whatever bank data that is on your computer, obviously. Did I even paint this? Fuck.